Here's a fun fact. Oh my god, it's so heavy. Here's a fun fact about me. I used Windows growing up. For as long as I have been alive, I can always remember having a computer in the house. And until I was 17, I was strictly using Windows. I remember using Windows 95, 98, ME, and then XP was very good. And then I got my first Mac laptop when it was Snow Leopard. I think I was like 17. So I used Windows growing up. And now I'm kind of back on Windows because behind the camera, I've got 2 gaming PC setups with monitors and headsets and cameras. And this is another PC, but this is not just a PC. This is a Surface Studio. My friends at Microsoft just dropped this thing off. For those that don't know, it's the big all-in-one, the touchscreen kind of swivelly, bendy thing. I'm gonna unbox this thing now. And what's kind of hilarious is that I don't exactly know what the specs are of this. I genuinely have no idea. I know it's a Surface Studio. And I also don't know if it comes with a mouse and keyboard, although I would imagine an all-in-one comes with a mouse and keyboard. Does it have the pen? It's also another question. I did specifically ask for the dial, so I know I have that. This is insanity right now. Yes! Now, does this... Oh my god, it just all collapses like that. Good job, Microsoft. There's a Surface label on the surface of the handle. Ha! Oh my god, it's really heavy. Alright, let's see. Includes Microsoft Surface Studio, Windows 10 Pro, Surface keyboard, includes the battery, Surface mouse, Surface pen, yes! And power cable, and blah, 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 blah. Alright, and then in terms of actual specs, quad core, Intel Core i7, 2 terabyte HDD, so 2 terabyte of hard disk, okay, like an actual drive, and then 128 gigabytes of SSD. Okay, so there is a spinny disk hard drive in here, okay, and then 32 gigs of RAM and a GTX 980M. Truthfully, the only thing I really care about is if this thing can play PUBG. All right, now it says to put it like this, like a suitcase, actually. I have a Microsoft Surface from 1960. Looks like this. This is literally how this box is going to open right now. Pretty neat, huh? Now it says to peel these 2 little flappy things. This unboxing is amazing. This is so cool. So you just lift. Oh! And then all the way? No, not all the way. Wait. I don't even know. There's just one picture of hands. And then you just... There we go. Whatever that was, it's all good. Thank you to the moving hands. So in the box, that is a triangle. Well, obviously we have the computer itself, which is living dangerously close to the edge. There's the power cable. There is some documentation. You know what I'm looking for, though. There is the, I'm guessing that's the keyboard, and maybe everything else is in there too. This box is incredible. You know, and my friends at Microsoft told me, they were like, wait till you see this unboxing experience. And yeah, OP delivered. So this machine is the machine. This is what you see here is the entire machine. And then the screen is pretty gorgeous. It really does swivel up and down so easily. They said you could do it with one finger. I think that was something they said in the keynote, but I'm going to show you that you totally can. One singular finger there. And let's take this off. Reddit.com/r/that peeling feeling. So in the back, we've got 4 USB ports, Ethernet adapter, the power port, a display port, and an SD card reader, and a headphone jack. Because you can find headphone jacks in computers more often than you can find them in phones. All right, now before we power on the beast, which feels really, I mean, this is a premium machine. This thing is unbelievably gorgeous. So we've got, yes, we've got the pen, which I believe, yes, Look at that. Look at that. That is, let me just take off the plastic. That is some serious magnetization. And then keyboard and mouse. Now I'm going to attempt to game on this machine. I just want to show you this really quickly. Remember back in the day when you got like a Tamagotchi and then you had to pull that little tab out and that would like start it up? There are batteries in the mouse, which is a nice touch. And then the same thing here, that little pull thingy, and the keyboard just turns on. And then I have the dial as well. I'll just pop that open real quick. Oh wow, that's pretty tiny. I've only played with one of these a couple of times. It's pretty small. And so what this thing does is you put it on here like this, and then you're supposed to be able to control your interface. And I'm pretty sure it's, and then again with the pull tab thingy, just, whoa, those are batteries. Oh, that's magnetized, that's cool. The battery cover here is magnetized. All right, let's power this sucker on. And it's really nice. Cable management will be good because it all feeds out the back. There's nothing, no ports, nothing on the display itself. There's a power button over here, volume rocker over there, which is actually a nice touch. And then I believe that's a speaker grill. And yes! Yes, that is what I like to see. That is good design. I'm gonna figure out how to turn this thing on. Is there a power button? All right, here we go, here we go, here we go. Look at that, so easily too. Oop, that's the mouse. All right, keyboard and mouse, I think automatically connected. The mouse is really sensitive, whoa. Wow, that click feels nice too. Looks like the blue screen of death. The keyboard feels really good, it's also really light, and I love that everything here comes with batteries. Very, very convenient for the user. And in case you're wondering, this screen is a 28-inch panel. It's 4,500 by 3,000. It's got a little bit of an untraditional aspect ratio, but I'll tell you, this thing looks hot in person. Who owns this? I own this. That's a smiley face welcoming you to your new computer. Say goodbye to remembering and entering complex passwords. Windows Hello is a more personal way to sign into your device, verify your identity, and buy things in the store using your face. That's why there are 2 cameras up there. Okay. Wow, it's gonna get my mug right now just like this. I gotta move my, no way. Set up a pin. Hi, I'm Cortana. Not now. Getting things ready, please don't turn off your PC. Your PC has an update waiting, new Windows 10 features. All right, this is a 4 gig update here. All right, this has to do a 4 gigabyte download, so I'm just gonna smash cut to when this is up and running. I'm gonna do this. No! After all that, the first thing I'm going to do is grab Steam. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is touchscreen. It totally works as a touchscreen. I feel like touching a computer like this isn't really something that we're used to traditionally. How it's like kind of, the screen is like this. Most of the time when you do touchscreens, you know, you're holding something in your hand, using your thumbs, or like if you're very bold with an iPad. But this is it's a really interesting method of doing computing. I'm not sure how often I'm going to be taking, you know, the pen or even my fingers, but I'll let you know. And then I want to definitely try this dingle here, but I'm gonna wait for PUBG to finish and then we'll see if it can run it.
Well, you're already down. I'm literally dead also. I told you school's lit.
What?
Leslie's down, and I'm one shot. Probably getting chased.
All right, PUBG crashed. I had to like pull out the wire. Computer came back on. I'm gonna restart it once more. All right, quick update. There's a bunch of people in the studio, so if you've heard some weird sounds, that's the studio being the studio. Evan's here, and he's a expert in a lot of different things, and he was able to get to a point where we're just completely wiping the PC without plugging in anything, so that's a good sign. I'm gonna let Windows finish doing every update under the sun, and then I'm gonna run PUBG again. Windows. So when I first unboxed this thing, Windows had to do a huge update, and it was well into the update, and then I noticed that you could just click minimize and it would continue downloading, running the update in the background, and I did that, and then you saw that it just failed So I figured I could just finish that update later. The computer's on, running, functional. So I downloaded Steam, installed PUBG, and then played PUBG. So the game completely froze, the computer completely locked up, and then I unplugged the power, turned it off, and to make a very long story short, I had to basically go into recovery mode and completely wipe Windows and reinstall the operating system. And then about 2 hours later, I was fully up and running and played PUBG without a hiccup. This machine, as it is spec'd, can and handles PUBG without issues. I'm pretty sure what happened was there was a update for the graphics card driver, and I didn't do that, and then the game kind of just choked, and that was game over for me. But I installed Cuphead, like I said, I played PUBG. This thing gets hot for sure. The fans blow pretty hot air out of the side here, but PUBG can definitely run on this machine. Now, granted, I'm not doing maximum settings. It's not a gaming PC. It is an all-in-one Microsoft Surface Studio. But again, for the 16th time, it can run PUBG. So it gets a thumbs up from me. Now, I want to go handheld for some of the quick impressions here. First of all, the display is really, really thin. It is... it's like really, I mean, it's pretty damn thin there. And there's nothing on the display at all besides the Microsoft badge right there. The hinge, I can show you in the back. You kind of just like bend it down like that. That's a really, really clean design. And then I'll show you the back ports right here. That's what the back looks like there. I don't love that the headphone jack is in the back. I wish Microsoft would have included one in the display because it's kind of weird running a wire forwards like that. The display is gorgeous. The facial recognition works really well too. I'll show you this really quickly. So I'm going to lock the computer. So it does it in literally half a second. It's already unlocked. I'll do it again. I'll step away. It says, looking for you. And then as soon as it sees me, making sure it's you. And it's done. And then you just unlock the device to go back to the desktop. Mouse and keyboard it comes with are good. I wouldn't say they're anything special, but they work. And again, they do come with batteries, so that's nice. Keyboard feels good. I want to quickly talk about the dial, the little puck here. So first thing, it works on and off the screen. So right now I have it set to change the brightness, and then when you put it on the display and you press, you see it interfaces directly with the operating system, and you can set it to change the volume, change the brightness. Now, I don't exactly have a good understanding of how this works, but I can tell you that it does. Do I feel like Jarvis? Kind of, but I want to figure out what you can actually do with this thing. I want to install Premiere, and I want to try and do video editing using this setup. One, to test out how beastly of a computer this is, but also if this thing has any real-world functionality, or is it just a gimmick? I'm going to do a quick test with the pen here. There's a program called Doodle Buddy that comes installed with the computer, and let's see, what's the thickness of the brush here. So I'm going to just draw a smiley face, write my name. Let's see, palm rejection totally does work. If you've ever used a Surface stylus, it is very, very accurate. I can't say exactly how it compares to an Apple Pencil because I don't own an Apple Pencil, but what I can tell you is this thing feels great. It is really accurate, and the great thing about the Studio is that you can sort of lay it all the way down like this and really get in there and go to work. But I'm not much of a drawer. So overall impressions, this is not at all a review. I just unboxed this thing and have played with it and owned it for 24 hours. It is dope. It's expensive. It is a premium machine. I really love the design. When I first saw this thing announced, I really thought to myself, Microsoft hit the nail on the head hard with this one. Yeah, it looks very much like an iMac, even the older iMacs. The hinge is fantastic. The display looks great. And as far as it being a capable PC, it definitely does the job. I'm going to play with this computer and use this machine in addition to the other two that I have in the studio on the reg. So expect more impressions and thoughts from me here on this YouTube channel, as well as my other social channels. They're linked in the description below. Leave this video a thumbs up if you learned something, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Teddy, get in the zone, Adam. Where
It's-
are they?
It's one kid. It's one kid.
He's not behind.
I see him. He's at 285.
Yeah.
Oh, I see him.
Yes!